Speaker McCarthy tweeted, "Bring it on." And Matt Gaetz tweeted, "Just did." Matt Gaetz is vacating Kevin McCarthy's seat. His job of being Speaker of the House is in jeopardy. And even Kevin McCarthy says he's probably going to lose it. So we'll unpack all this for you. It's very busy. Welcome to Exile. My name is Doug TenNapel, and I'm your host. But first, let's get to Matt Gaetz throwing Kevin McCarthy out of his job.
Declaring the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives to be vacant. Resolved that the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives is hereby declared to be vacant.
Matt Gaetz is not the Speaker, so this resolution is not forced for them to address now. Here's Greg Price. What happens now? There'll be a vote, and it can be delayed by leadership for up to 48 hours. If it succeeds, we go back to where we started in January. So they have to address Matt Gaetz's claim to vacate Kevin McCarthy's seat in 2 days. Now, how did Matt Gaetz get all this power? This was all negotiated back in January, when this small group of 5 or 6 Republicans came out and said, we're not passing Kevin McCarthy. We're holding out unless he agrees to these rules. And one of the rules was that they could vacate his seat if they got 5 or 6 votes. Now, those can be from Democrats or Republicans. And that's part of the fight right now, is there are hard left Democrats that want to join Matt Gaetz and vacate Kevin McCarthy's seat. AOC, Ilhan Omar are willing to work with Matt Gaetz, because there's other Democrats that want to work with McCarthy to keep his seat because they want their funding for Ukraine, let's say. So now the politics have begun, and this is dirty, and this is the way it's done, and this is normal. So in a way, I'm reporting to you guys that there's no news. Here's the problem. Matt Gaetz has officially filed the motion to vacate the chair against Speaker McCarthy, but it's kind of dumb and a tantrum, because back in January, they couldn't find anyone else but McCarthy to take the job. Matt Gaetz, all these people, they put up Jim Jordan's name, they put up Byron Donald's name. No one wanted the job, only Kevin McCarthy. So Kevin McCarthy, I think he's got ultimate job security. Here's Matt Gaetz right after he came off the floor.
If there's a deal made with Democrats, the only deal is to make one with McCarthy, because I'm not offering anything and won't offer anything.
Matt Gaetz wanted Kevin McCarthy to fail at getting his budget passed. Kevin McCarthy having to go and work with Democrats to get a few votes to get his budget to pass. That's when Jamal pulled the fire alarm. Then Matt Gaetz was able to screw over McCarthy by saying, hey, he worked with Democrats on his budget to get his 6 votes that we held out on. So go get him. Let's vacate his seat. Kevin! I'm with Matt Gaetz on this one, because he could be the only thing right now that forces Republicans to lower the budget. That's very rare. It almost never happens. And I mean, in the last 40 years, it almost never happens where the budget goes down. Its only shot right now is with Matt Gaetz. Now, Matt Gaetz, in the meanwhile, is making enemies everywhere. And it's not just among the rhinos. Don't listen to those people. It's among mainstream conservative Republicans that he is screwing over, because they're not in a safe district like Matt Gaetz is. So they can lose their job. We can lose our majority on this. So that's what's at risk. I don't believe that Matt Gaetz or McCarthy are hardcore bad guys or hardcore good guys. Very happy with both of them. And by the way, McCarthy, you want to vacate that seat after he's the only one that got these committees to investigate the Biden corruption family? Matt Gaetz is about to take that guy out of office, putting conservative Republicans that are for both Matt Gaetz and McCarthy on a bubble. Watch this.
Are you going to vote to oust Kevin McCarthy from his job?
One, do I vote against my friend Kevin McCarthy, or do I go with my conscience? That's kind of where I'm at, and I'm currently praying about it. But I would, if it was right now, I would vote to oust him. Yes.
And that's Tim Burchett from my state of Tennessee. And look, he could have gone either way. But does Kevin McCarthy have confidence he's going to keep his job? Listen to this.
Expecting Democrats to back you up then?
No, I personally am not.
Do you need their help to remain in leadership?
No. If five Republicans go with Democrats, then I'm out. So it's
Not
whether.
likely.
Probably so.
This is a bit of a complex piece of.
He just now agreed that it's likely that 5 Republicans are going to join the Democrats and oust him. This is why he's so calm about it. He knows there's no alternate. There's no one else who wants his seat on the Republican side. They're going to be right back to where they were in January, where they took like, I don't know if it was 11 votes or 17 different votes. They couldn't get anyone. No one could agree with it. They'll just end up reappointing McCarthy. This was in the middle of a government shutdown where they passed a budget just for 45 days, just for a month and a half. But now you're up to speed. And by the time this episode even drops, there'll probably be news that counters it. So I'm sorry if it took that long to reach you. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'm Doug in Exile.